Hello everyone. Today we will learn about SAML. This topic you might have heard rarely, but as a DevOps engineer, you should know every details in the AWS. So we will be learning these topics in details. To understand SAML, we will draw diagram. Before that, before drawing any diagram, we should know the full form of SAML. Then let's understand what is full form of SAML. Security, security assertion, markup, language. What is full form of SAML? Security assertion markup language. Now let's draw one diagram and we will understand what is exact SAML. Now let's consider that. Now let's consider this is our company. Let's assume this is our company. Okay. In this company, we will have one active directory. In this company, we will have active directory. In this active directory, we will have our users. In this active directory, we will have our users. Now, so from our company, we will connect to AWS account. There will be from our company we will connect to AWS account. There will be multiple AWS account. Okay, in our AWS account there might be multiple AWS account in which we will create roles for AWS users. Now let's assume that from our company we are going to connect to AWS account. From our company we are going to connect to AWS account. In this AWS account we will have multiple AWS accounts. This is, for example, this is one AWS account and this is one AWS account. Okay, in this AWS account we will create roles for AWS users. Okay, and in this AWS account we will create roles for AWS users. Okay, from our company we will connect to this AWS account. Okay, this is our one AWS account and this is our AWS account in which for every users we will create roles. Okay, what are those roles? Roles can be like we will give permissions to S3, CloudWatch, everything, whatever there. These are our roles. Now our company will have identity providers and this AWS will have security providers. This company will have identity provider and AWS will have security provider. Okay, we are learning SAML. What is full form of SAML? Security assertion markup language. Okay, what is the actual use of SAML? For that we will consider one company. From our company we will connect to the AWS account. In AWS account we can have multiple AWS account and for every AWS account we will create roles. Means these roles we are creating for users. Okay, in AWS account we will have users and for that users we are going to create roles. Okay, I will write here. In this AWS account we will have users. This is our user. Okay, this is our user and for these users we have created roles. Okay, and from our company we are going to connect with AWS account in which we will have users and for every users we will create roles. Okay, and in our company we will have active directory. Inside this active directory we will have users and our company will call as identity providers and this AWS account will call as security providers. Okay, now so then what is the definition of SAML? What is the definition of SAML? Full form of SAML is security assertion markup language. And what is the definition of SAML? For example, in interview if interviewer asks you what is the definition of SAML or what is SAML, so we can say that it is a open federation. It is a open federation standard. It is an open federation standard that allows an identity provider to pass sorry it is an open federation standard that allows an identity provider to authenticate users and pass identity and security information to service provider or security provider. What is the definition of SAML? If interviewer asks you what is SAML, then we can say that it is an open federation standard that allows identity providers to authenticate users and pass identity and security information to security providers, as we have seen this in our diagram. Okay, what is SAML? Security Assertion Markup Language. What is the definition of SAML? It is an open federation standard that allows an identity provider to authenticate users and pass identity and security information to security providers. Okay, now SAML performs two functions. SAML performs two functions. SAML performs two functions. What are those? SAML performs two functions. Okay, what are those? One is authentication and second is authorization. SAML performs two functions. One is authentication and second is authorization. What is authentication? Authentication means who are you? And authorization means what you can do. And authorization means what can you do. Okay, SAML performs two functions. One is authentication and second is authorization. Authentication means who are you and authorization means what can you do. This is all about SAML. You should know about SAML. There are rare chances that interviewer can ask you about SAML, but as a DevOps engineer, you should know about SAML. Okay, let's take a quick recap on SAML. Okay, SAML, Security Assertion Markup Language. Okay, let's understand by one diagram. Okay, let's assume this is our company. In our company, we will have Active Directory. Inside Active Directory, we will have users. Okay, from our company, we will connect to the AWS account. There can be multiple AWS account. For every AWS account, we will have users. For that specific users, we are going to create roles. Okay, our company will call as identity provider and this AWS account will call as security provider. Then what is definition of SAML? From the diagram, we are going to create the definition of SAML. It is an open federation standard that allows identity provider to authenticate users and pass identity and security information to security provider. Okay. Then SAML performs two functions. One is authorization and one is authentication. Authentication means who are you and authorization means what can you do. This is all about SAML. In our next topic, we will understand